Round 3, Alvaring, the Chestnut Man, just back with season 2. And this season, the series is called Hide and Seek. And this is a Danish show. Season 1 for the Chestnut Man. I thought personally, overall, that show was it was quite interesting, but did had very slow paced and everything. But after watching season 2, what do I think about this season? So season 2 starts with we see Mark, Hayes and Naya. Once again, they're forced to work together in this season when all this, I guess the murdered body showing up, and the way all these people been killed in this season is very mysterious way. All these people who are getting killed here, they've been like brutally killed, they've been stalked online, and also there is like this link between all these people, that all these people who get killed in this season, they've been unfaithful to their partner. So that is the link between all the killing in this season. Of course, Hez and Naya, who were kind of living separately their life in this season. We see Hez, once he find out that there's a serial killer out there, like the serial killer is killing people and like this. Of course, Hez, although Naya, she's supposed to be the in charge of this season, the case, but I see that Hez, he somehow got, I guess, get involved in this investigation, and we see he start investigating like who is the serial killer might be, and end of it, who might be is, I found it the killer to be quite interesting. The backstory for this killer was also interesting, that which I did not see it coming. Overall, this season, I would say it was definitely was very interesting, and it was really very intense, and some of the scene I was really like worried for the character, like what will happen, and the way all the mystery unrevealed in this season are just like really surprised. So this was very, it was really well done, the way they reveal all the mystery around the murderer, although the murder, I guess, end of the day does have a connection to season 1, which was quite interesting and clever way they have done it in this season. Especially the first few episodes, if I'm being honest, it is quite slow paced and slow burn. Once again, this show does bring very heavy mood, really very dark feel to it. Like the first couple of episodes is really does have this dark moody feel, but as it goes on, as more body shows up, I thought the second act for this show, like the last 3 episodes, was quite good. I was really edge of my seat. I didn't know who was the killer, and as the investigation went on and the when killer was revealed, I was just like, what? That really was shocking twist. So overall, this season, if you like season 1, of course you will really like this season also. But if you did not like season 1, you thought it was very slow and everything, you will definitely like this season, because this season is a little different. As I'm saying, the tone is, it still has same tone obviously, but I feel like the character development here is much better, like the for Hez character and the Naya. Although Naya, this season, Naya, has this her daughter, she's all growing up, and this season, what happened to Naya, her character, it was just so sad and tragic. Although the way she handled the situation, she was just doing her job. At the end, I felt so sad for Naya. I was just like, oh wow, this is really so tragic what happened to her. So I guess she will not be back in season 3 if they make it. And Hez is dealing with this, like his brother is in coma and sick. I still really like Hez character. I feel like he's really interesting character. Even the way he was doing investigation, you really like him. I really liked him in season 1. But I also liked him in season 2. Overall, this is a very interesting character. Now let's talk about the killer. So the killer, like of course, when we find out who is this, I guess spoiler warning if I've not seen it. Like this girl, Thea, she had this like a history with her father, and we find like her father is a chiropractor, and the way she was killing people, like this nest she put people, and for a reason behind it, because her dad was a chiropractor, and like, what? And of course she gets like, although this season I guess Thea, she does have a existing relationship with all the people she killed, you know. She's not a, like, she had reason to kill them, I guess. She wasn't killing them cold-heartedly, I wouldn't say. So still, overall, what this show brings to the audience, you know, the investigation and everything, and the environment it creates for the audience, still is very interesting. That is the reason, I guess, this, I see this show is sitting 100% on Rotten Tomato, because this is one of those shows is very watchable. I see why people really like it. So I did like season 2. Like, I still is very slow pace, tells the story is very slowly, but I guess the killer, her motive, and that was I was really edge of my seat. I was just like, oh wow, this lady, she's really crazy, the killer lady. And her reason for killing was also like, what? She is, it's really, she portrayed the character crazy. That is the reason. So this season, yeah, it was quite interesting. I did like it, and I see why it's getting such a high rating on Rotten Tomatoes. So I do recommend you check it out, especially if you like season 1. You will like season 2. If you didn't like that much season 1, I feel like this is still interesting, because this is a separate story it's telling. Like, still, I feel like, because that is why its name is Hide and Seek, and I like how it branch off and telling different story different way. And yeah, it was interesting. And that's my thought on this. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this show? If you enjoyed my this review, don't watch other reviews on other show. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.